Hi besties, welcome to my channel. I no longer have a bestie and right now I'm making you all my besties. So today's video we're talking about how you can make a beef tallow oil, and this is me sitting on the floor after a stressful days walking around in the market. So beef tallow is a render fat gotten from grass-fed animals, and right below is the fat gotten from cow, and of course it's a grass-fed cow. So I went to the market and I got this at the rate of 5,000 naira. So to make this, you have to make sure you soak the tallow in water for like 30 minutes to extract the blood, and I already did that before I remember I want to make a video for my besties. And the next thing you want to do is you want to slice or cut it into pieces just the way I am doing right now. This allows the oil, the cooking process, to be able to extract oil as fast as possible, right? So you might want to ask, why tallow instead of the regular oil you know in the market? Tallow is an excellent source of vitamin A, D, E, and K, and it's really good for cooking compared to the seed oil, because it has a higher smoke point, which means you can use it while frying compared to seed oil. So it's very ideal for frying and cooking. Then the next thing you want to do after slicing is you want to rinse it again. I already rinsed this, and then I'm going to get some water in the beef. So guys, let me tell you one bitter truth why I'm making this beef tallow, because I'm so sure you might have saw a lot of video regarding that, and the whole place looks neat. It's going to be very messy while making it. That's just the bitter truth. So I'm trying to rinse it and then put it in a sieve basket for me to drain the water. Unfortunately, this is going back inside water again, so we are still rinsing it. So besties, are you guys allowing me to be your bestie? Because I recently had issue with my best friend and we are no longer together. It's so sad, but we are good. We do wish ourselves better. It's just life, and what's not constant in life is change, right? So after rinsing, the next thing you want to do is you want to pour it inside your pan. And for those of you that has pressure cooker, it's really amazing, and you can use the steel pot. This is what I'm using, and like I said, just expect your kitchen to be very messy while making this. And yeah, so I already have this inside. You need to add water to this. Once this water allows it to cook faster compared to, there are two ways you can make the beef tallow. Actually, you can do the dry method, but it's very stressful. This is the boiling method I'm using, and then you want to add enough salt, right? I'm not using measurement for the salt, and I'm sure many will ask, is the tallow not salty? No, it's not. This is the first boiling I'm doing, right? So I need to add enough salt because I want the residues and the impurities to come right below the oil after making it. You are going to see what I'm talking about in the next step. So after adding oil, this is me rinsing my hands, and at the same time I'm just like, you are deceiving yourself, Mary, because you're still going to get your hand messy as well. So the next thing you want to do is you want to take this to your gas, your stove, your coal pot, and if you are using an electric cooker, it is advisable you go for that, because we are going to let this be on stove on low heat. So this is after 1 hour. You can see we have the oil coming up already, and then we have some waters as well. Then the next thing you want to do right now is to sieve it. So we still have some oil left in the beef, but the first method I want to do is I want to sieve this out and then add more water, add more salt. And guys, check this out. You need to be very careful so you don't splash oils on your bottle, on yourself. So we already have some beef burning right below this. and that is very normal, right? Check what I'm saying. Immediately it's touching the zinc, it's already getting cold, because it gets solidified as fast as possible. So I want to drain the oil, and I still have some beef in there. Do not throw this away because you need it. You can use it to make yourself a nice pepper soup. Just use it to make something for yourself. But right now this is not the right time to do that. So what I want to do is I want to return this into the pot. So I'm waiting for this to drain, and then I'm going to pour it back inside the pot. And we already have the first oil extracted. We still have some oils in here, and guys, check out what we just saved. This is oil, and there are waters, and there are residues, and there are impurities, name it, inside this water, inside this mixture. And what I want to do is I want to place this somewhere and allow it to get cold and get solidified, and you're going to see the separation later on. And for the other mixtures, we have the other residues, we have the meat residues we have in the pot. I'll be adding water, I'll be adding salt. So in this process you can use your sieve as well, but for now I'm not introducing the tiny sieve just yet. So what I want to do right now is I'm still using this one, and what I want to do right now is I want to add more water inside the pot. So guys, this is going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time, but it's worth it at the end of the day. My kitchen is already getting messed up already. You can see the oil, the stains, and so this is the mixture we set aside to cool off, and I have it in a rubber, right? So what I want to do is I want to extract the water below, because the oil gets solidified at the upper part and then the water stays right below it. So what you want to do is you want to try as much as possible to create space for that. So this is the water, and some usually use this water to make is it meat broth or whatever, but for me, because I added a lot water and a lot salt, I'm just going to dispose this off. And you guys, you can see the oil we've gotten already. So right below it we have some residues, and you can scrape this off, but right now I won't be scraping it off. We just have different way of making our things, right? So this is when you are doing the last process of this, you need to scrape this off. So what I want to do is I'm returning it back because I still have some I want to do, right? And then I'm going to put in some water inside. So guys, this is me waking up the following day, because I started making up the video yesterday night, so I was unable to put the remaining beef on my gas, and it already gets solidified as well. So I'm just going to drain the water and then add water to this as well. The next thing I want to do is place it on fire, repeat the same process, and then once it gets solidified as well, I have both mixtures right here. So this is the oil I've gotten so far, and you want to ask me what I did with the beef. I made something with it and then I hit it off. So I already have both. This is just the oil, little bit of water, and I don't add any salt at this point. So the first process we had, you can have it like 2 times, just because you want to remove as maybe dirt or whatever. So this is it. The oil is already coming out, and this is just a little bit of water right now. So I'm heating this up on a very low heat, and this is me just stirring it because this is what I got for 5,000 naira beef fat in Nigeria market, right? So the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure this gets liquidified. So I don't want any solid oil from this. And I came back after 5 minutes or 1 minute thereabouts, and then I came to check how it's doing. Guys, this is so nice and this is so neat. So what you want to do right now is to place it somewhere for it to get cold a little. I don't want it to get solidified, so I just want it to get cold because I'm transferring it to the container I usually kept my tallow oil. And I already off the gas, and I do let this to cool off but not yet get solid. Then I transferred it into this container and I let it stay overnight. And remember, we added some water right in the last boiling process, and we do not add salt. So what I did is after it gets solidified in this container, I usually use a bottle before, but I find it hard to take out some tallow when I need it, so I prefer to use this open space container for it. And then we already take out the water. And guys, check out what I got from the oil. And what you want to do is you want to get a knife and then scrape off the dirt, right? So you scrape off this just to make the tallow neat and more whiter. Yes, so I keep on scraping this off because sometimes right below it could be some beef still left, maybe the junks, could be some dirt, could be the salt you added earlier on. And remember, this is the third time I did the boiling method, though it was not recorded just because I don't want the video to be too long. So what you are going to do is you scrape this off, and some that could be right beside it, very few could be at the upper part. So you want to make sure you are doing this neat. And guys, it's so amazing when you use this to fry your beef and when you use this to replace your seed oil, and it's very healthy for you to take. And you might want to check out Doctor of the Future's channel as well, because I get to hear about beef tallow from his account, and there are a lot of amazing stuff this actually does for you. And aside the process, I felt it's cheaper to make because you can keep reusing the oil. And when I use it to some point in frying and then I have some dirt, all I just need to do is repeat the boiling method on it as well. Then I haven't used it to make food such as maybe making stew, because I know it's going to get solidified, right? But I've tried making use of this tallow oil to make a little jollof rice or concoction rice, or just name it. This are meal I know I could finish in one sitting, right? So I stay alone, so I have to make sure it's something I can finish in one sitting, because once it get cold, it can be very funny trying to eat it while it's cold. But why not? You need to warm your food before eating it. So I'm still scraping this off. And another issues with my face, with using tallow oil to cook is if you have your kids, your wards that wash plates, it can be very, very stressful to wash the plates. Like, I have to tell you both the good side and the bad side, because you have to wash and wash till the oil gets off, the plate used to cook. And this is the dirt I was able to scrape off, and many might want to dispose this, but for me, I am not disposing this. Probably I'm just going to use it for something, probably to cook or anything. So I already cleaned off this plate. I just clean it off, and we still have some oils there. You can see what I'm saying, that it's very hard to wash, most especially when you use plastic. And then if you have should I say tissue paper, you can use to clean this off. But for me, it's okay for me since it's going to my mouth, and I don't think there's anything called dirt while making this. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you were able to learn this. So I'm just going to cover it up, and if I do need to get a tallow to make some food, all I need to do is just take my knife and then cut a little piece and then put it on my frying pan or on my pot. And guys, check out all this. Check the sink, how messy it has become, and this is even neat. That's just the bitter truth. It's even neater. Do not forget to like and follow my channel, and then you can drop your questions as well, and I'll attend to it. Thanks.